All right, welcome back after a very, very long layoff. Got a game of Saga here, 6 points each. We've got Norse Gaels versus Anglo-Danes. We're playing the ambush scenario. This is already the end of turn one. There's no battle board to show at turn one because you don't get any dice because all the units have to move on from off board. For terrain, we've got a rocky ground, a ruins, and a forest. And on my turn, I moved in, I think that's 11 warriors, warlord, 8 Hearthguard, looks like 9 warriors, 7 warriors, and 5 warriors. And then we're moving into Anglo-Dane turn 1. All right, and now it is Anglo-Dane turn 1. You can see one of the wagons is lagging behind. We just keep rolling 1s and 2s for it. The other 2 wagons have moved 2 moves across the board. We've got 8 of the Vagrant Warrior Mercenaries with Dane axes, kind of scary. We got 12 archers, we got 4 warriors, we got 12 warriors, we got a warlord with, what is it, Sacred Blade, isn't that what it's called? Ancestral Blade from the, we'll call it Magic Weapons, I forget what they're called. And 8 of the Hearthguard. Going into Norse Gael turn 2. Norse Gale, turn 2. These warriors were moved up with determination, or sorry, Wheelbay. They threw some javelins at that thing to no effect. Only like 2 guys could reach, so it was 1 die anyways. My warlord, I had King of the Isles set up, and I popped it during my orders phase. So he's armor 6. I double activated to get there. Didn't really do much though. Only got 1 hit through, and so it has 1 fatigue from the hit and 1 fatigue from the fight. My warlord got hit by that thing, even though it was armor 6. The wagon beat him up, and now he's back here with 2 fatigues. My Hearthguard moved up with a die to kind of support the warlord. The rest of these units all just maneuvered for free. These guys had to kind of angle a little bit to stay away. So not a huge great start. I only got this thing half dead, and it's going to take a little more killing. All right, here's the Anglo-Dane board for turn 2. Exhaustion's already been popped, and fatigue's been placed here, here, and here. All right, Anglo-Dane turn 2. Over here, we actually didn't have that much movement from the baggage. These 2, I think, stayed in place. This one moved up 6 inches. So basically, this unit of the Vagrant Warriors activated twice to get there, so it has a fatigue on it now. These guys activated once to get into the ruins. I don't think those guys activated at all. Warlord activated twice to get over here to kind of be able to activate everybody next turn. These guys moved up once, and these guys moved twice and have 1 fatigue. Going into Norse Gale 3. All right, we got Norse Gale turn 3 here, and it's not going as planned. Once again, these 2 baggage trains didn't move at all. This third one, my warlord was in the way. He bumped my warlord and basically didn't move. My warlord was already exhausted though, so he didn't take a fatigue from it, so that was nice. I rested these 3 units here. My warlord charged in there, got a hit through. I got it up to 3, I think I got 2 hits through, and I got a 3rd fatigue from the fight. It was exhausted. I thought for sure 11 dudes charging him with javelins would be able to get the kill. Somehow they didn't. I foolishly used 1 fatigue to raise my armor, and I only got 1 hit through, ridiculously, on 11 dice. So that thing's still alive. Then I couldn't use my Obey here to move these guys in because my warlord, when he bounced back, he got in the way. I couldn't do a charge because this guy couldn't get around. Then I used 2 dice, moving these guys up, threw some javelins there. He used my fatigue to raise his armor. I used Gales and my 1 combat die. Still rolled kind of poorly, and we only killed 1 dude. So not looking great here, going into Anglo-Dane turn 3. All right, Anglo-Dane turn 3. This one moved, that one didn't move, that one did move. Okay, so this one still has 3 fatigue, 2 fatigue, no fatigue. Started off, he shot his archers twice into my unit of, I think, 9 javelin men there. Between the 2 of them, he killed 3 guys. Then he double activated to get these guys out here and charge in with the 12 warriors. Really kicked the crap out of them. I forgot to use clenched fists to get 3 dice on my board. And I lost 6 guys, bounced back. He lost Three or two? Three. Killed three of his own. Using his fatigue to, I think, lower his armor. He also popped shield wall to raise his armor, so I just kind of countered that. He activated these guys to charge here. He had a fatigue on him, though, and I lowered his movement distance, so it was a failed charge, and he just stayed where he was. Then the Warlord double activated to get out here. He took a fatigue. It was his second fatigue, but then he popped Lord of War to get rid of all his fatigue, so he's just sitting there, armor 6, kind of taunting me forward, it seems. Going into Norse Gale 4. All right, so it's going to be going into Norse Gale turn 4, but I just needed a short video to show how heartbroken I am because this guy rolled a 6, and instead of being exhausted right in front of me, dumped all of his fatigue and moved over there. So, ow, it's going rough. It's going rough, real rough. All right, Norse Gale turn 4. The heartbreak continues. All right, so I rested my Warlord. I activated these guys to charge the now fully unfatigued wagon. It bounced me and ended up exhausted. I had to double activate the second time to finally kill it. So I got my Hearthguard hanging out here with 2 fatigue. Not great. I activated these guys to move up. They threw some javelins at the wagon, didn't do anything. Then they charged it, and they managed to kill it. I think it already had 2 fatigues on it, so that was enough. But now they're exhausted, and because I didn't rest them first, unfortunately. But I've got 2 treasure tokens. I think that's pretty much all that happened. Oh, I did move these guys up with a die, and I threw some stuff there and used Gales. I didn't kill anybody. I got 3 hits, and he saved them all. So far, I kind of chickened out on using Dance of Death because I didn't want the extra fatigue. But it's not making my board very strong, so I'm not sure that was wise. Going into Anglo-Dane 4. All right, Anglo-Dane turn 4. Started off activating the archers to shoot my one poor guy here. Killed him. Then he activated the Vagrant Warriors, and they charged in over here. He used my fatigue and made me basically armor 2, and he was auto hitting me and getting bonus hits from also his fatigues. Wiped me pretty easily. I think I foolishly did not use his fatigue because I forgot he's going to get bonuses for how many fatigues he has. But he has 2 fatigues there, and he took my treasure token. Over here, the Warlord charged into my unit of like 7 dudes. Beat him up pretty good, left 3 of them left. But my guy's got a number of hits on him. He's exhausted. But then these warriors here charged over here to hit my exhausted unit of war, or my remaining 3 warriors. I killed 2 of his, I think, but he wiped them out, spread fatigue here. I probably should have used his fatigue to make that a failed charge, to be honest, now that I think about it. Then he used 2 activations, 2 dice, to move his Hearthguard up here, and now they've got 2 fatigues on them. And I think that's it. Going into my final turn, Norse Gale 5. All right, Norse Gale 5. Not really happy with the decision I ultimately made. I think I rested my Warlord, moved him up here, activated them to rest, then double moved over here to fight the Vagrant Warriors. I used Norse and a bunch of his fatigue, lowered his armor, but I had an S on Norse and was able to raise myself all the way to armor 6, which was nice. But just those great axes still hit me a bunch of times, and I ended up exhausted, and I only got 4. I got 4 kills on him, pushed him back. But I'm exhausted, but I do have the treasure. Originally, I was planning to charge over here, but it just didn't make sense, I don't think. Originally, that plan was based on me having determination set up, but I ended up needing that die elsewhere, I thought. But I think that was just a tactical error. I don't think I actually needed that. I could have used it and made my Warlord unchargeable. All right, now we're going into Anglo-Dane turn 5 and the end of the game. All right, Anglo-Dane turn 5 was a slaughter. Did you start off with this here? Was that what you did first? Okay, so those guys came in. We traded a lot of fatigues, but those are in his favor because he gets like basically both benefits because of the Vagrant Warrior rules, I think veteran rule. So he was like armor. I got him to armor. I don't know. Long story short, he got 4 hits on me. I didn't save any. He burned almost all of my fatigue, but he barely killed me. So he stole that. Then over here, his Hearthguard came into my Hearthguard. They had a 1 fatigue advantage. He used shock, so I couldn't close ranks. Beat him up pretty good. I killed 4, it looks like. and he killed 6, which was enough for him to take that other treasure token. Then, just for funsies, he charged his warriors into my Hearthguard. It was kind of a trade. We each killed 1. I think this looks like a big win for the Norse Gaels. I think I made a lot of mistakes and didn't do a great job with the mechanic of using their combat bonus. But hopefully I learned... Yeah, what's that?
Win for the Anglo-Danes.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's a very solid win for the Anglo-Danes. I want to make that very clear.
Gales.
Oh, did I?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, it's a very solid win for the Anglo-Danes. This was a beating for the Norse Gaels. Whew. See you next time.
So that ended up being a pretty tough loss for my Norse Gaels. I'd like to be able to blame it on the dice, but I don't think I really can. That was really more an issue of I don't think I played the scenario well, and I don't think I really played the Norse Gale board that well. As far as the scenario, I think once I saw it was only 5 turns and that you got to come on the first turn, I didn't feel like it really gave me a whole lot of time to work, so I got really focused on trying to kill those baggage trains. And holy cow, they are really hard to kill. At armor 5 in melee and resilience 1, it takes a lot of hits. Like, I think the math works out to you need about 18 attacks to kill them reliably. And since you can't use any Saga abilities when you fight them, you're probably looking at having to double tap them most of the time. And that's using up 2 activations and fatiguing 2 units. So I think my opponent read it much smarter when after the game he said, why focus your energy on attacking the baggage train when you can focus your energy on attacking your opponent and taking the baggage train from him after he has already done all the work of killing it for you. So hats off to him for reading the scenario much better than me, I think. As for the Norse Gaels themselves, this is my second time playing them. And both times I've been pretty underwhelmed. I'm just not getting a lot out of that combat bonus mechanic where you get dice up there, but the dice can only be put up there by other Saga abilities. I'm having a hard time balancing that, and having dice available on my turn. I think I need to use Spill Blood a whole lot more, but part of the problem was I was so focused on those baggage trains, I couldn't use Saga abilities, so it was hard for me to get those dice up there to start with. All the more reason why I think I should have focused on attacking my opponent so that I could have gotten some momentum going and getting dice up there and whatnot. So a bit of a learning game. We'll see if I try Norse Gaels again or if they're going to get shelved for a while. I'm kind of interested in doing Anglo-Saxons right now. I've got the miniatures, but they're not painted, so it'll be an ugly game. But holy cow, that's a lot of minis, a lot of painting. So we'll see if I can hold off. So it'll be a big project before it gets done. All right, thanks for watching.